emphatically won the championship. Ferguson, can you blame the man for going out of his mind?
2,300 Dons fans are travelling to Greenock tomorrow to cheer on Aberdeen as they take on Morton at Capello in a Premier Sports League Cup tie. Kick-off tomorrow afternoon over on the East is at 3 o'clock UK time. Hi everybody, how you doing? A very warm welcome to Ali Beg AB TV this Friday night. How has your week been? I hope it's been all right. So this is the preview show, looking ahead to tomorrow's game at Greenock. So we've got quite a few bits and pieces to get through tonight, usual housekeeping stuff. And we'll just try and build up as best as we can towards tomorrow's game. This is your chance, as always, to come on and have your say. But please, as always, keep your thoughts respectful. Keep your opinions respectful. But most important of all, please be respectful to others, particularly if those of other clubs come on, fans of other clubs come on and want to have their say as well. Now, I'm going to do something which I've never done before on Ali Beg AB TV. I'm going to dedicate my show to somebody. I felt compelled to do this, and I am going to dedicate my show tonight to show this young lassie support from a wider football community. Skye Stout, a 16-year-old girl who has just signed her first professional contract with Kilmarnock women's team. It should have been one of the best days of her life. Unfortunately, due to some completely and utterly mindless, cowardly scumbags, the football club were forced to remove the tweet that they put up about her due to the horrific online abuse that she received just because she has a skin condition. Skye, I don't think that this show will get to you, but if it does, I want you to know that we here at Ali Beg AB TV support you 100%. And we know that you are going to thrive and you're going to have the most amazing career in the game that you deserve. Those scumbags that left those messages have nothing. They have no life. They hide behind usernames and passwords. You will be the one that thrives. I'm dedicating this show to Skye. So, couple of things coming out of the football club today. Well, over the past 48 hours, let's be honest, we made a new signing. So, let's have a wee look. Where is he? Kenan Bilalovic, I think is how you say it. 20-year-old winger, Swedish youth international, has joined the ranks from IFK Värnamo on a 5-year deal. It'll be interesting to see if all the paperwork goes through. And he goes into the squad tomorrow. He arrived at Pittodrie yesterday and he said this to the club's media.
It feels really good. I'm really excited to meet all the players. I meet the staff and I have a really good first impression. And I can't wait to get out in the arena and play in front of the fans too. I think that I am a player that runs a lot and fights for the team. So I think that suits the Aberdeen team well. So I think it's most of that and then my individual qualities too. I think it's a really good chance for me to show up my skills and levels, and it's a team that's quite direct and want to press high and or have a lot of tempo in the game. So I think it suits me really good and that I can show off.
Good luck, lad. And welcome aboard. Also, we now know who our Europa League qualifying round opponents are. FCB from Romania. They currently sit 12th in the Romanian Liga 1. They've played 5 games, they've won 1, they've drawn 1, and they've lost 3 so far. They have a goal difference of -2. We will play them this coming Thursday at Pittodrie, and I hope to see you there. Just a gentle reminder that ABTV is brought to you and supported by Saltire Energy, the global market leader in specialist drilling equipment rental. Not just that, they offer a number of services: torquing, testing, refurbishment, welding, but to name but a few. If any of those services interest you, get in touch with me and I'll put you in touch with the guys at Saltire Energy. So, the team. This is the team I want. So I've changed this up a little bit. Mats Knuster is out. The manager gave his press conference. We'll hear from him in just a moment. He said today that Mats Knuster is out, but he should be okay, hopefully, for Thursday. So a couple of little changes, just little minor changes here and there. But this is the team that I'm hoping Jimmy will start with tomorrow. So Dimitar in goal, Nicky Devlin at right back, Alexander Jensen at left back, Jack Mill and Alfie Dorrington as a central defensive partnership. I then want Dante and Ante to play together. Nicholas on one side, Toppy on the other, Esther through the middle, and Adil to play in that sort of number 10 role, that free role just behind or in the hole. Take it as you wish. That's the team that I would like Jimmy to pick tomorrow. Here is what he had to say in today's press conference.
What we are trying to achieve here is this competitive side in the team. To be talk about you before the consistency of the team, and we have a journey to do there, and we are still on this track, and I think we are improving. I know we didn't win these first 2 games, but small things performance, but we have to do better. I think that's the key for us to be strong all this season. We're looking forward to all these games, and again to grow as a person and as a player is the best way to take responsibility and enjoy to have to take responsibility. You have a responsibility when you play for this club, and try to find this way to show it on the pitch and prepare. And that's my job with my staff to guide the players in this direction.
ABTV is also brought to you by Craig International, who are driving global procurement in all corners of the globe, from Australia to the Middle East, Southeast Asia, over in America and Canada as well, back home in Aberdeen, and also on the European continent. If you are looking for any sort of procurement services, because they really are a world leader, again, like I suggest, get in touch with me and I will put you in touch with them. My thanks as always to everybody at Craig International. Right, I'm going to get you guys on before we do everything else. So, right, Gordon Keith Ritchie came on first. He says, good evening all. We need to play our strongest team, put the game to bed, and let's go on our run and get our confidence up for Europe and the league games. Richie Mickey McMillan said, good evening all. Let's get this done. Ryan Ellington says, good evening. Hoping for a win for the Dandies tomorrow. Stand free. Cameron Young says, hopefully we can get the result tomorrow and into the quarter-final draw. Hopefully we can get Marko Lazatic in the door and a few more faces in. Looking forward to Thursday night for Europe. Graham Gibbs says, hopefully lessons learned from opening 2 league fixtures will shape our starting 11. It's not going to be easy tomorrow. Take a win and no injuries, please. Scott Bowie's wishing you all a good evening. Won't be easy tomorrow as it's been a bogey ground in the past, but I do think we'll have enough and we should win 3-1, hopefully. Jerry Kennedy's wishing you all a good evening. We need to get into them right from the start, he says. David Horn is also wishing you a good evening. Doug Smith says, hopefully the new signings gel a bit better tomorrow and Yumi finds his best settled team. A hell of a lot quicker than last season. 4 to 5 changes every week just doesn't work. I agree. Keep it consistent. Neil Sinclair says, good evening, Dandies. Reckon tomorrow will be our time to shine. 3-0, he's predicting. Elfie Dello says, good evening. We should have enough about us to win tomorrow, but we need to go at them with pace from the start. A. Jenkins 1701 says, looking forward to my first visit to Capello. Let's get some goals and a good performance. Polvara and Clarkson to start. Hugh Burns is here. How we doing, Hugh? Paul Donaldson says, tomorrow is a must win. Yumi has to start with his strongest 11. Scott McLean says, need more pace, energy and youth in the midfield too. Young Icelandic boy and Dante, please. Sheep on Fire says he's heading to the match tomorrow. Should get a win, but we haven't made it easy for ourselves so far. Turnstiles open at 1:30 tomorrow. Neil Strachan says, I think the score tomorrow will be 3-0 for Aberdeen. Shady Mo, Lazatic and Keskinen. Looking forward to going to the game. Come on, Dons, make us happy. Good lad, Neil. Scott McLean says, respect for the young Killy lassie. Hope she aces it. Chris Clark says, I think tomorrow is a big indication of Yumi's intentions regarding the use of the full squad. Need to let others get game time. We cannot stick with the same 11 again, in my opinion. Hugh Burns says, for all that I respect Yumi, for the life of me, I still cannot understand why he started last week with Shinnie and Nielsen against a midfield 3. Strange thinking. A static 2 versus a dynamic 3. Hugh, I couldn't have put it better myself. Neil Sinclair says, hope she has a blast at Killy and aces her place there and kicks on through her career. Richie Mickey McMillan says, here, 100%. Hugh Burns says, great comments, Ali. The internet is a cesspit at times. Johnny Wilson getting back to the game says, got to win tomorrow. No excuses. Can't be bothered says, another signing for the future according to Yumi. We need to make signings for the here and now. It's a good point. Hugh Burns is suggesting this is the lineup. Mittoff, Devlin, Dorrington, Milne, Shinnie, Dante and Ante, Toppy and Adil. John Grant says, good evening, Dandies. We've got to get the season started now with a decent win. We want to play as strong a team as possible. So for me, Sokla up front and Ante and Dante in midfield. Hugh Burns also says Milanovic and Sokla as well. Erica Mitchell says, good evening, Ali and fellow Dandies. That's absolutely awful about the abuse that Killy Lassie has had. I hope she does very well going forward. Hugh Burns is just, after what Yumi said in today's presser, is just letting everybody know that Yumi has said that he hopes for further signings this weekend or early next week. I also think he mentioned that in the Q&A this week. Bruce Struthers says, good evening, Dandy. Simple for tomorrow. No Nielsen or Young getting starting 11. Then the team becomes balanced and we will be okay. You mean Yengi? Graham Gibbs says, on a serious note, football fans don't help their reputation picking on a 16-year-old. Obscene behaviour. Couldn't agree more, Graham. It was absolutely awful. Mark Smith says, look, I'm all for signing project players on 5-year contracts, but when Yengi is our first choice up front, to me at least it's obvious we need a striker who can deliver right now, not a project. It's a very good point. Musical Box says, we need a win tomorrow. We should have better players except in striking positions. John Hermsey's on. Hi, John. He's looking forward to the game. Craig Peters says, I would bite your hand off for any type of win tomorrow. Bruce Struthers, he came back to say, Sokla has to start in front of Yengi. Right. Let me just give you the match stats on the game. So here we are. So this is going to be the 16th match between the sides in the League Cup, with the Dons winning 11, drawing 1 and losing 3 since the first game back in 1948. Morton are unbeaten at Capello so far this season, having won twice and drawn once. They are yet to concede a goal on home turf. Don't forget that they won 3 out of their 4 Premier Sports group stage games. The last time the two sides met in the competition was back in the 2016 Scottish League Cup semi-final, with the Dons winning 2-1, thanks to goals from Adam Rooney and Kenny McLean. Matthew McDermott is the man in the middle, and there's no VAR tomorrow. So, a new item for you, which I've been working on over the summer. Introduced it last week. I hope you like this. This is the tactical approach that I'm hoping Aberdeen will take into the game tomorrow. So maintain possession and tempo. Force Morton to chase. Let Adil Ashish orchestrate midfield. Exploit Esther Sokola's pace with through balls to get him in behind. Ensure our defensive pairing remains stable and aware of set pieces. And let's embrace this cup tie as a must-win to reignite momentum and confidence. Let me know what you think. And just a word from one of our other sponsors, Quipco International, who service the oil and gas industry. Based in Abu Dhabi, they have a purpose-built repair facility. They offer many services, many products, such as CNC machining, downhole equipment manufacture and refurbishment. They also manufacture a wide range of fishing equipment as well. So like before, if you are interested in any of their services, there are their direct details, or get in touch with me and I will put you in touch with the guys at Quipco. Right, let's get back to your comments. Adam Binney is saying, hopefully the game in Greenock can kick off our season. Dave B says, why are all these youngsters we are signing seen as projects? Why are they not seen as good enough regardless of their age? Get them in the team. Baz Cruz says, I fully understand the player model we are signing, but we also need to blend in experience, and a player like McGrath would have been a great option. We should have made more effort to keep him. Scott McLean is predicting a win on penalties. Oh, yikes, Scott. David Goldralli Vid said, wishing the Killy lass all the luck, apart from when she plays the Dons lassies, of course. Knuckle-dragging behaviour she's been subjected to, no place for it. John Helmsley said, Capello's a great wee ground for a game, and the Dons will thrive in it tomorrow. Interesting to read John McMaster's thoughts on the game. Obviously based in Greenock, goes to a lot of Greenock games, and he said that Aberdeen need to be careful when trying to play out from the back, because he thinks Morton's press could offer us one or two problems. He says that the pitch is immaculate, so it's definitely a day for keeping the ball on the deck and playing football. Interesting that John said that about their press. Mark Smith says, I'm worried about tomorrow because you need to score to win matches. Ashish Yeah, okay. Got you, Mark, got you. John what is it? By Whale, I think it is, John. We cannot write Yengi off after 2 games. Yes, bad start, but other players have had bad debuts. Morris and Gay also had less impressive first games. Let's support all players that wear the red. Bruce Strother says, everyone says play Dante. Take note, Yimmy. Doug Smith said, seen that disgusting remarks about that beautiful Kilmarnock lassie, Sky. A great effort dedicating the show to her. I hope she holds her head high and puts it behind her. She'll get no end of support. Absolutely she will. So David Gold is asking, what's actually going on with Marko Lazetic? Your guess is as good as mine, David. Baz Cruz says, let's hope we don't see Nielsen or Shinnie. Struggling to see what Nielsen offers. Let's get energy in the middle of the park. I don't know if you saw the review show after the game last week where Andrew Budge and I discussed Nielsen. And as we said at the time, it wasn't meant to come across as a pylon. It was just meant to highlight his inefficiencies currently. And on, the stats tell the story that unfortunately he did not put in a good shift. He had a poor game, and I will be surprised if he starts tomorrow. I don't think he should start tomorrow. Al Hayes says, I love your team selection. It's the team we want and need, but alas, I don't have confidence that the manager will be so sensible. How do 1% govern 99%? Says, I don't think Yemi will change anything. Oh, mate. There you go. So in response to David Gold asking about the young player, Hugh Burns says Aberdeen won't announce the AC Milan striker until the visa application is delivered. Musical Box also says that the lad is waiting for a visa. Musical Box says hopefully Yengi will come onto a game soon. As he does, probably have a role to play. Right, that looks like we're just about done. So let me just get rid of that. Let me get rid of that just for one last wee item to chuck in, as I always do. So, if you've enjoyed the show tonight, don't forget, give us a wee like. And also, don't forget to subscribe. We're still, on a percentage-wise, in terms of people watching to then actually subscribe, it's still a very high percentage rate. It's something like, the last time I checked, which to be fair was a wee while ago, it was something like 72% of you who watch haven't actually subscribed to the channel. Don't forget, it doesn't cost a bean, doesn't cost you anything. You're just simply following, like what you do on Facebook, Instagram, X, all the other social media platforms. So look, we're doing fine. It's building every day. It's brilliant to see so many people coming on board, but let's keep it going, because the next milestone for me would be to get to 5,000 followers, which would be absolutely astonishing. We're just over 4,500 now. So, right, so tomorrow, as I said in the tactical approach, we know what we have to do. We're going to have to be very careful tomorrow. We can't have any passengers tomorrow. And we need to play with pace. We need to get the ball down the flanks as quickly as possible. And I think we need to unsettle them by putting the balls into the box as quickly as we can, with support from the midfield, so that we've got bodies in the box. We cannot, under any circumstances, sit back. We must take control of this game from the off, because Morton have got absolutely nothing to lose by coming at us. And they will. They will absolutely come at us. Doug Imrie has them. He will have them perfectly drilled. He would have looked at our 2 previous league games, and he will think to himself, and I have no doubt that he'll be saying to his team tomorrow that they've got every chance of a big upset. So we have to be very careful, and we have to be at our best. If the manager has got to get his team selection right tomorrow. I publicly said it last week that I thought he got it wrong. But he's got to get it right tomorrow. So come 2 o'clock UK time tomorrow, we will find out what the team lines are. So guys, let me just quickly check one last time. Lee Taylor makes an interesting point. He says, what about a one to watch or a section about what needs looked out for in our opposition? Oh, Duncan Forbes says, King Joey Harper getting a presentation from Morton tomorrow. Nice. Tell Sky that we all stoutly support her. Don't let them grind you down, Quine. Nice. Yeah. So, as I said at the top of the show, this programme tonight was dedicated to Sky Stout. And I really hope the message gets to her that everybody in the ABTV community absolutely 100% supports her and is 100% behind her. And we all hope she goes on to have an incredible career. She will. The losers won't. Stand free, everybody. Take good care of yourselves. Good luck to the lads tomorrow. And I'll see you on Sunday with Andrew for a full match analysis. Take care. See you soon. Bye for now.